Hello, Ethan and I are here with you today. We want to talk about something that's taking over Facebook right now, and you've probably heard of it. You've probably been scared by it. It's something called the Momo challenge. And you've probably seen pictures of that really creepy looking woman with the big eyes and the big smile. So I have somebody here with me who has heard about it firsthand. Almost firsthand, secondhand. And he's going to tell us a little bit about it. And then we're going to talk about some tips for talking about this with your kids and also talking about other similar things with your kids. All right, let's do this.
Yay!
Okay, so Ethan, you want to tell me what happened at school?
So all these kids were talking about it. They're talking about it like he was a good guy, and they had like backgrounds on their Chromebooks about it. But he's not actually a good guy.
Okay, so, and you were kind of scared by it. Why were you scared by it?
And it said like to do stuff to hurt other people or hurt yourself. And it said if you told anybody, it would like kill your parents or hurt them or do something like that.
And that's pretty terrifying, isn't it? So, let's talk about, so one thing that she told you, or that she says, is that you can't tell your parents. It's a secret, right? So one thing that we've talked about in our family is the difference between secrets and surprises and mysteries. So we try, sometimes I have to correct myself, but we try to use those three different words. So a secret is something that is not good. A secret is something that you shouldn't keep. Generally, this is how we separate these out. A mystery is something it's kind of like a secret, but it's a good secret. So we call that one a mystery. And then we have surprises. So it's something that's like a temporary secret that we're keeping because it's a fun thing. The reason we try to use the word secrets as kind of a bad thing is because things like Momo or child predators will use words like, keep this a secret. Don't tell your parents or else somebody's going to get hurt. They'll kill you. Or they'll kill your parents, or something bad is going to happen. So we try to make sure that we don't use the word secrets flippantly. Secrets is kind of almost like a code word for if an adult is telling you to keep a secret, you know you have to tell your parents. So this is Ethan's message that he would like to tell kids. Momo is a liar. Now you tell, what do you want to say to kids, any kids that might be watching this, about Momo?
Momo is not an actual person. This really strange person that was like, he's gone mad, had stolen a picture, the creepy woman with the bulging eyes, and she used it to scare kids because it's actually really creepy.
That's right. And now Momo tells you that if you tell your parents, your parents are going to die, right? Or she's going to... Now we have to think about this logically, right? Because you just held up that poster that said, this is what you wanted to get.
Liar. So
that's right.
How could he possibly know where you live?
That's right, unless you've told him.
Yeah.
So you'll get to that later about internet safety. Okay, so... He couldn't know that. He couldn't possibly know that about you, about all these kids, right? So we have to remember that Momo is a liar. And so Ethan has a new challenge for you. What challenge would you like to challenge kids with? This is the anti-Momo challenge.
So if you even see his face, you have to very quickly, don't turn it off. Don't turn whatever you're watching off because it's probably on like a screen or something. Just pause it and go show your parents. Go tell your parents which channel or show it is, and then tell us, and we can help you stop. What was it? Oh, yeah. We can
tell us. I don't think that was part of the challenge. Okay, so the challenge is, if you see Momo or you hear talk about it, who are you going to tell?
Your parents.
Your parents, or a teacher, or an adult that you trust, right? It's not a secret to keep. Momo is a liar. Momo cannot hurt your family, right?
As we said before.
All right. Momo's asking you to keep a secret that is not healthy, right? So again, there's that difference between secrets, surprises, and mysteries. All right, so that's our anti-Momo challenge. Go tell an adult. And the reason that we say don't turn it off right away is so that the adult can then get on it and knows exactly which video it was if you're on YouTube, and they can report that. So, because if the kid closes it right away, then you have to go searching for it and you might not find it again. But you want to be able to report the video so that they can take it down, so no other kids see it. All right, so let's talk about some specific tips for helping your kids know how to deal with the internet safely, because this is a fact of life. Our kids are on Chromebooks, they're on iPads, they're playing games, and yes, we need to monitor them, but we can't monitor them every second of the day. My kids sometimes do this stuff in class, and one teacher can't monitor 25 kids at the same time.
24.
24, I apologize. Okay,
Also,
so
she once left me home.
No.
Oh.
I did not leave you home alone. This
Well,
is not a
you're
conversation.
going-
Okay,
you're
no. This is not something we're talking about right now. I have not left them home alone. Okay, so we're going to talk about secret. Sorry, now I'm all like flustered. Okay, smart internet practices. So Ethan mentioned before that Momo doesn't know where you live and who you are unless you've told them. So one of the smart internet practices that you need to teach your kids is that you never give out your personal information. You don't give out your name. You don't give out your address. It's totally okay to use a fake name on the internet. People do it all the time, right? So, hi from the Philippines. All right, so you don't want to give out your name as a kid. You don't want to give out your address. You don't want to give out any personal information. And there's one really helpful way that kids can learn this, and Google has actually created this game for families to use together, and it's called Be Internet Awesome. And when I'm done here, I'll link it. So you can go play that game with your kids in a really fun way. It teaches them how to make passwords and teaches them how to decide who's a safe person, who's not a safe person, what kind of information to give to different kinds of people. But I encourage you to do it with your kids. Don't just give them this game and say, take this and learn this. You want to do it with them so that you can add in little teaching moments while they're playing. All right. And again, I would recommend that you talk about secret surprises and mysteries and the difference between those two. And then the third thing is you just want to pay attention to your kids as much as you can. You can't sit and watch over their shoulder every moment they're doing everything or every conversation that they have. If they're on a bus, going on a field trip, even if you homeschool, you can't watch your kids all the time. So, that's what I wanted to tell you today. Teach smart internet practices. Let's talk about secrets, mysteries, and surprises, and let's pay attention to our kids. And most of all, let's not fear. Things like this Momo challenge, I mean, she has a really creepy face, and I've heard parents saying, oh, can you stop posting the picture about it on Facebook? Let's talk about it without looking at it. But here's the thing, we've not been given a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. That's from 2 Timothy 1:7. Not a spirit of fear. Right? So we get to pray about this. I mean, this is me and my Christian parenting channel, right? So I'm allowed to talk about this. We're going to pray about this. We're not going to let Momo take over our lives. We're not going to let fear of our children seeing these things take over our lives. We're going to be smart, and we're going to be proactive, and we're going to leave our kids in God's hands, knowing that we've been given not a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. And that is all we have for you today. Ethan, is there anything else you want to say about Momo, or apparently about the time I didn't leave you at home? About Momo?
Okay, there's one thing that you can remember so it doesn't scare you as much. If you change the M and the O to an E, the first M and the O to the E and the L, he'll turn into Elmo, and Elmo's not scary.
All right. High five. That was a great tip.
Bye.
All right. See ya.